everybody, I hope you are well. As I mentioned in my last video, I was not exactly on the ball when filming in Nicaragua, so I do not have enough footage to put together one substantial vlog. So I'm going to be incorporating the little footage that I did get into this video, which is my backpacking Nicaragua tips. As per, I'm going to start with the hotspots, so I'm just going to go ahead and get right on into it. Starting from the bottom, your first stop will most likely be San Juan del Sur, which directly translates to St. John from the South. Not that you need to know that. San Juan del Sur is like the party capital of Nicaragua. The nightlife is a lot of fun and it is home to the famous Sunday Fun Day, which you will hear a lot about travelling all throughout Central America. Unfortunately, I was not there for Sunday Fun Day, but it is an all-day big party, and the place to be that was recommended to me was the Naked Tiger Hostel, which is set up on the hill just a little bit further away from the town, but it looks over the whole town. It's owned by Australians, of course, and it's just one big party. Around San Juan del Sur there are also some awesome surf beaches. I went to Playa Romanzo and it was honestly the most perfect surfer's beginner beach I could have wished for. I stayed in Mama Sara's hostel, which I have to recommend because Mama Sara is so lovely. She looks after you so well. She was so hospitable and always made us lovely little meals whenever we came in. It was incredibly small though, and for most people it's not exactly their idea of being in the place to be. But just around the corner with a view of the ocean is Hostel Esperanza, which I spent a lot of time at. It's very chilled out and it's very easy to meet people there. Next stop is Ometepe, which honestly was one of my favourite places in the whole of Central America. It is an island in the middle of Lago Nicaragua, which is huge lake, and it is made up of two awesome volcanoes. Try not to stay in Moyogalpa, which is the village you arrive off the ferry into from Rivas. There just isn't much going on. Santo Domingo and Santa Cruz tend to be the hub for most backpackers. Don't miss visiting Oreo De Agua, which is a pool that supposedly is so good for your skin you come out looking 10 years younger. There's also a rope swing there and you can drink rum cocktails out of fun coconuts. If you like hiking, you can hike either of the volcanoes. I did Madeiras, which is the smaller, but it was quite the challenge. But whichever one you hike, you get the most incredible views, and I definitely recommend tackling at least one of them. It is also really fun to hire a moped or a quad bike and go zooming around the island to explore. It's not a particularly busy island, so you feel like a true adventurer escaping your hostel to find the most remote beaches and waterfalls where no one else is. Travelling further up you get to Granada, which is a very cute little colonial town which is a very common stopover for backpackers. I stayed in Hostel Oasis, which I really recommend. It's not too expensive and there is a pool and free pancakes. Oh yeah. The next in line is the capital city of Managua. It is not really somewhere that you want to stop. It's very run down and there's not much to do for backpackers, but I thought I'd mention it because if you are starting or finishing your trip in Nicaragua, this is most likely the place that you're going to be flying into. Then we have Leon, another colonial town, not quite as impressive as Granada, but if you are wanting to board down a volcano, this is the place to be. And I'm not even joking, you literally hike up this volcano with your board. It's called Cerro Negro, and you quite literally just board straight down in about 20 seconds. I stayed at Bigfoot Hostel in Leon, which I really recommend. The only thing you should be aware of is that the aircon rooms are absolutely freezing and the fan rooms are absolutely sweltering. They couldn't quite seem to get the balance, so pick accordingly to what you can deal with. They organise tours for the volcano boarding. You get a free t-shirt, a couple of free drinks, and if you win fastest girl or boy of the day, you get a free lava shot challenge. Now I won fastest girl of the day,
69 kilometers per hour, holla!
And I did the free lava shot challenge. It is so vile. The lava concoction is Nicaraguan rum that has had chili festering in it for months. And the challenge is to have a shot, wait 5 seconds, have another shot, wait 5 seconds, have a double shot, wait 30 seconds, and if you withstand that 30 seconds without puking or throwing milk over yourself, or having any kind of relief, then you win a free t-shirt. Honestly, I had 2 shots, ran to the toilet. I wasn't sick, but my mouth was on fire for about 2 hours. I was literally under attack, like just with this constant stream of water. My friend Duncan completed it and looked like this afterwards. Hey Duncan, if you're watching. But yeah, people pay to do this challenge. I have no idea why. I mean, you get a free t-shirt if you complete it, but it's not worth it. Bigfoot also do a daily afternoon shuttle to the beautiful beach at Las Peñitas. I did this every single day. The sunset over there is just absolutely stunning. But beware of the drinks. It's like $2 for 2 rum and cokes, but it's literally like rum, coke, and it messes you up for real. So just be careful. Also, not far from Las Peñitas is the Surfing Turtle Lodge, which I didn't stay at, but everyone who I met who had absolutely raved about it. So if you are planning a trip there, maybe that's something to bear in mind. Most backpackers do tend to stay on the west hand side of the big lake. However, a common-ish thing for backpackers to do in Nicaragua is to get a plane from Managua to the Corn Island. There is amazing fishing and snorkeling here, and if I had the money, I 100% would have done that. Getting around all these towns is pretty simple. None of them are particularly remote, and they're not particularly far from each other either, so it's really easy to get a chicken bus from place to place. You can ask your hostel where the station is and then just ask around the bus drivers where they're going so you know which bus to get on to get to your next destination. Right, so budgeting in Nicaragua. Thankfully, it is significantly cheaper than its neighbouring country, Costa Rica. The currency is the Nicaraguan Cordoba, and as I am filming this video, the currency currently stands at $1 to equal 27.38 Nicaraguan Cordobas. I guess divide by 10, then 3, then add a little? In the Gringo hotspots, you can expect to pay hopefully no more than $10 per night for accommodation. Food. First of all, I hope you like rice and beans. In Nicaragua, it's called gallo pinto or gallo pinto, and they serve it with absolutely everything. Generally, you can eat for around $3 to $4. I would budget around $12 a day for food and drink. Travel, as I said, can mostly be done by chicken buses, which are, hooray, very cheap. Just a couple of dollars to go from city to city. You might occasionally have to get a taxi within a town if necessary, but I would not budget more than $3 a day for travel. And activities, I'm going to rule Corn Islands out of this because going there would just cost you a significant amount more. But in Nicaragua, the main activities are surfing, hiking, perhaps renting a moped here and there, so nothing too expensive. And if you're like me, alcohol is also counted for as an activity. I would budget around $15 a day for activities in Nicaragua. So the total daily budget I would personally set for Nicaragua is $40. Safety in Nicaragua by day is pretty alright. You shouldn't be finding yourselves in any sticky situations. However, by night the crime rate increases drastically. This shouldn't stop you from visiting any of the places, absolutely not, but just be careful. I didn't experience or witness it for myself, but I was warned about it a lot. You can go out in the evening, just never alone. Girls, stating the obvious, but don't wear anything too skimpy, and try not to carry any valuables on you if you can help it. I mean, I would apply these safety rules whenever I travel anywhere in a foreign country, but yeah, I was just warned to be particularly cautious, especially in San Juan del Sur and also Leon. And that is it for my backpacking Nicaragua tips. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you think I may have forgotten something, go check out my backpacking Central America tips, because there are some things in there which are applied to Nicaragua which I may or may not have included in this video. As I said in my last video, I'm probably in Australia by now, which is really exciting, but I wanted to get all of my Central America content out before I post anything to do with Australia. But if you want to keep up to date with what I am doing at the time it happens, follow me on Instagram, Christian Risman, or Snapchat, Christian Riz, or Twitter. What do I even post on Twitter? Random things, very random things. But other than that, I think it's it. And whatever my next video is going to be, I will see you then. Bye! No matter how best of friends you are at home, no matter how many years you've known each other, does not necessarily mean that you are going to make a perfect couple.